What it do, YouTube? It's that time of week again. Finally. God damn. Like, it's just been a depressing week all week. Like, just last week against the Ravens was just terrible. Depressing. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, for real, all that trash talk I did last week against all my friends. Like, I have more Ravens friends that are fans than anything. I went to work the week before the game. It was like Friday. This guy, huge Baltimore Ravens fan, dude was like, "Oh, we gonna end this streak," all this other mess, and he ended up gambling with another coworker about the Ravens beating the Dolphins. He got his $10 and he got his lunch Monday morning. I didn't go in Monday morning, personal reason, but he sure was looking for me Tuesday morning and sure did not forget. But this week, Arizona Cardinals. Before I even get started into the preview part, I just want to sit back and say this again. When it comes down to the Miami Dolphins in December, they struggle a lot. Like, it's just no offensive production whatsoever. Like, the defense, I have no issue with. It's just the offense just ends up struggling and just struggle to put up points. Even on, like I said, teams that we know that we should beat. There should be no excuses at all why we should not be beating teams or putting up any points. And now that's exactly what I'm going to look at as far as this year with Adam Gase. We have to finish the season. We're going to have to finish the season. So Ryan Tannehill, I'm going to be observing Ryan Tannehill as well. If he's got the tools surrounding him to be successful, like so far, well, this year in general, he's had more help than over the previous years coming into December. So I'm expecting big things from him. But last week was just a terrible game for Tannehill. I'm not even gonna lie. But I haven't given up on Tannehill yet. I've been extreme supporter of Tannehill. No matter, like, when it comes down to it, I'm gonna say it again. You have elite quarterbacks and you have game managers. It's unfortunate that Tannehill is not elite. He's a game manager. But I will take the game manager because elite quarterbacks are a dime a dozen, especially when it comes down to being a game manager. If you don't turn the ball over, we ain't got no beef. There is no beef, except for last week is a terrible example of not turning the ball over. But any other time, Tannehill does not turn the ball over. And compared to all the past quarterbacks that was in Miami before Tannehill was a starting quarterback, you had I don't count Matt Moore because I'm not even gonna lie to you. Before Tannehill was even drafted, I wanted Matt Moore to be the starter, honestly. But I'm Chad Henne, terrible quarterback. God damn, terrible quarterback. Chad Pennington, he's the one that took us to the playoffs, but still, like, he was still kind of like a game manager. Had kind of a water gun arm. Before that, who was before that? John Beck, Cleo Lemon, Dante Culpepper. Like, I gotta get the list in front of me, but, like, you know where I'm going with this. Like, we just had a lack of success at the quarterback position, and Tannehill has shown some type of consistency. Well, not some type of consistency where he's not bad. He's just he does enough to get the job done. When his number is called, he does what he's supposed to do. Period. And like, also, one thing I would like to highlight, more importantly, he don't get hurt. As much as he gets hit, almost every single time he drops back and makes a pass, he does not get hurt. I just want to sit back and point that out there. You see RG3's coming back this week. His career as an NFL quarterback is in shambles. Like, you might as well call him a bust because he just cannot stay on the field. So, with that being said, look at Tannehill. He's been hit more than RG3, but he is still the starting quarterback for the Miami Dolphins and hasn't missed a start yet. But getting on topic, get into the preview part. The Arizona Cardinals, offensively, when it comes down to it, we gotta keep going with that running game. Last week against the Ravens, we had a running game going, but then the lead just started getting, the game got out of control. The Baltimore Ravens just ended up just scoring just out the get-go. Every single drive they went on the field, they were scoring, and we had to abandon the running game. But make sure this week against the Arizona Cardinals, we have to make sure that we establish the running game with Jay Ajayi. Feed the J train. Feed the J train. Now, as far as Ryan Tannehill, please, you can't play any worse than what you played last week. But when it comes down to it, honestly, everybody else in the secondary except for Patrick Peterson is some straight garbage. Literally some straight garbage. So when I look at this, just throw away from Patrick Peterson. He's going to have to decide who he's going to want to check. Kenny Stills, Jarvis Landry, or Devontae Parker. My money, most likely, he's going to be on Devontae Parker because he's had the hot hand the past couple of weeks. But when it comes down to it, he's going to be on Devontae Parker or the Jarvis Landry with the Kenny Stills and hit Deion Sims. Deion Sims is kind of emerging. So there you go. Patrick Peterson cannot check everybody. He cannot check everybody defensively. Now, I want to sit back and apologize to Byron Maxwell because he's been balling out the past couple of weeks. He's been showing me some things. I'm not going to give him the full apology. I'm just going to apologize for saying that he couldn't cover. He was a dead body on defense, straight up liability. I said that. He ain't completely worthless because last week I was looking at the highlights. He had an interception and he had a forced fumble. So I can't really sit back and fault Byron Maxwell for last week's loss because most of the receiving yards and touchdowns ended up coming on in the middle of the field with the tight end Dennis Pitta. So by nowhere in coverage was Byron Maxwell to be found as far as his receiver that he was supposed to be checking. So I'm not going to sit back and complain about Byron Maxwell. So defensively, pressure Carson Palmer. This man is not mobile whatsoever. They are struggling to put up points. And also, he is struggling. He gets a lot of turnovers, too. So, I feel that I should start the Miami Dolphins defense. I am confident that we're going to get some turnovers off of Carson Palmer. But make sure that we watch out for David Johnson. Our run defense has kind of been a little bit suspect, but they feed off of David Johnson. This boy can make plays out of nowhere. So let's make sure that we stop David Johnson. So that's all I got for this preview part. I forgot to do the shout outs last week, so I'm probably gonna do do last week's shout outs and this week's shout outs on the final thought video. But you know what it is. If you enjoyed the content, please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. This is GreatOne DeVore. I'm up out of here.